Cuellar. A lot of you know me as Dr. Cuellar, and some of you may know me as Ada Cavazos Cuellar. And I'm running to represent Weslaco, Texas, and the rest of the new District 15 in Congress. So, like Rudy said, I was born here in Weslaco at Nat Medical Center, and I grew up here. I actually grew up less than 2 miles away from where I'm standing right now on Walter Wagers Road. We also called it mile 10 3/4 north. We didn't grow up with a lot of money, but honestly, I had a really great childhood with my brothers, Nathan and David. We played outside a lot. We played every sport we could think of: basketball, football, soccer. We even created our own Olympics, just the three of us. Only 3 participants, like I said, and Nathan usually won gold in every event. We also read a lot when we were inside, sometimes until we fell asleep. And maybe because I read a lot, I thought of things in terms of stories. And I remember looking up at that night sky, just less than 2 miles away, and wondering what my life story was going to be like. My life story hasn't been perfect, but I have to say that it's been way beyond anything I could have imagined. So Rudy kind of took the story. Started medical school when I was 20, finished everything up at 27, and I decided to come back home and work at Valley Baptist in Harlingen. And I made good on the plan that I set up at 18 years old to help my family financially. And like Rudy said, I started law school in 2022, and I'm going to be finishing up soon. And now I'm running for Congress. So during this process, I've been asked many times why I'm running for Congress. And I've given a lot of different answers because there are a lot of different reasons. But if I had to distill it to one thing, it's this: when I think something needs to be done, I do something about it. That's why when I was 18 years old, I made a plan, and I recognized that I could go to medical school and I could help my family financially, my mom, my aunts, my grandparents, other family members, and I could also help other people with their doctor. And that's also why I can't stand out anymore with what's going on in this country and what's going on with the representation of this District 15. I have seen how broken our healthcare system is, and it's getting worse. Insurance premiums and deductibles are getting higher, and we aren't getting high-quality healthcare to show for it. ERs are getting more crowded, wait times are getting longer, middlemen are raking it in while the patients get worse healthcare, and doctors are working harder and getting burned out. And our economy isn't working for most people. Tariffs are keeping prices higher than they should be. People get paid low wages because we don't have a federal living wage. And here in the Valley, we don't have the diversity we need. That means there are limited career options. And often people have to work on the oil rigs or drive a truck because it's hard to find a good job. And the Trump administration is going after educational institutions and the opportunities that our kids need to succeed. Some of you might not know the current representative of District 15, Monica de la Cruz. Well, I guess a lot of people do know. But for those who don't know, let me tell you a little bit about her. I don't believe she understands the issues, or maybe she doesn't care to understand. She hasn't fought back against the terrorists. She hasn't fought back against Trump administration's education cuts. She hasn't fought back against the lawsuits that are intended to make sure our kids don't get the opportunity, even when they have the capability to do something great. And she didn't fight back against the big, beautiful bill, which will cut the Medicaid funds of this district and harm all of us. In my opinion, her words are mostly empty. To me, it doesn't really say anything to say she's for faith, strong families, and country. If you're for strong families, shouldn't you be for better and more affordable health care, a better education, and more opportunities for our kids, and smarter economic policy? Unlike Monica de la Cruz, I'm not going to make ridiculous promises. I can only promise that I'm going to do my best and show up every day like the people of Texas 15.
Yeah.
That means fighting. Fighting for a much better healthcare system and a country where it's easier to be healthy. We need to wean ourselves off the health insurance companies and allow people to buy into Medicare. We need to get private equity out of healthcare. We need to get all the middlemen, like pharmacy benefit managers, out of healthcare as well. And we need to build a county hospital in Hidalgo. And we need to expand our medical school here. We can support 200 medical school students a year. And we need more residency spots and more doctors.
Easy.
It also means fighting for our kids to get a great public education and to get the opportunities they deserve. We need to fully fund public education, not just enough for schools to get by, but to thrive. And so that our teachers get the pay they deserve. We need our kids to have a great foundation so they can achieve the scores they need and have the preparation they need for college, medical school, law school, or anything else they want to achieve. And we need to fight against the Trump administration, an administration that's full of people who just don't get it. They don't get it when they say that the only people who deserve opportunities are those with the highest scores. That's not true. I've seen it with my own eyes. Fighting also means that I'll fight for a better economy. We need to have smarter tariff policy. We need tariffs that are precise and surgical, not tariffs that are based on crazy premises. And we need a living wage so everyone can get paid enough to be comfortable when they work hard. We also need a more diverse economy in this district so that we have more industries and more job opportunities. And unlike Monica Cruz, I understand, and I have lived to see how things are connected, how healthcare and education cuts impact us down here. This is personal to me and my family. I also understand how sometimes it's really hard when we're just working hard to survive, to provide for our families, and to spend time with our kids. It's hard to see who the real culprits of our problems are. It's easy to focus on the family that gets Medicaid or other benefits when the real problem is someone else. Insurance companies, bad legislation, or corporations. And it also can be hard to see that we have all had help to get where we are today. I'm here today because I got a lot of help, and the help I needed. My mom and dad taught me to read when I was 3, and my parents spent a lot of time reading to us. They bought us a lot of books. They took us to the Weslaco Public Library a lot. We got assistance from WIC. I remember going to HEB and looking for the items that had a WIC label. I'm a public school kid, went to kindergarten at Louise Black, and graduated from Weslaco High. All of my teachers at Weslaco ISD helped me with the foundation I needed to be where I am today. And I learned economics from Mr. Cantu at Weslaco High, rest in peace. And I honestly seem to understand economics better than Donald J. Trump. I got scholarships to college, Pell Grants, and my dad helped me as much as he could. Not having to work helped me graduate in 2 years and get the GPA I needed to go to medical school. When I applied to medical school, my grandma, aunt, and dad helped me go to medical school interviews. I then got a scholarship to medical school and federal loans. When I got accepted to law school, I also got a scholarship. When I had to travel for in-person classes, my brother Nathan, sister-in-law Rosie, and my mom all took care of my daughter Leila. And maybe the biggest thing that I got from my dad was confidence. My dad instilled confidence in me at a very young age. He made me believe that I could do anything. And that's why I am 100% confident that I am the smart, capable representative this district needs and the fighter this district deserves. I'll fight for everyone, and my loyalty will be to the people of this district. not a party, a corporation, or any big donor. I don't care who I upset or if I get a bad review. I've always done the right thing, even when no one is looking. And I also want you to know that fighting for everyone means legislating with the knowledge that every person, no matter how different, is the same at their core. We all just want love, acceptance, happiness, dignity, a roof over our heads, and enough to eat. So I'll leave you with that thought. We think that we can do something really special here in South Texas, but we need your help. We need your help spreading the word, donating, volunteering, hosting a fundraising event, or hosting a media rate, or helping in any way you can. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here tonight.